Chinese authorities are producing propaganda videos showing fake rescues and feel-good cop stories. But now we see behind the scenes. Welcome to China Uncensored. I'm Chris Chappell. I know Chinese police can sometimes get a bad rap, what with all the stories of laziness, corruption, and outright theft. But every so often, you see videos online of the Chinese police being the good guys, and it warms your heart. Or at least, it's supposed to. Chinese President Xi Jinping likes to call these videos positive energy. That's opposed to negative energy, which are videos like this. Oh, come on, you harass her, then dump out her plums? That's the pits. And that's why China needs more positive energy videos to guide public opinion to love the authorities. In fact, Beijing appoints more than 2 million propaganda workers and collaborators who've been ordered to make more efforts in opinion guiding on hot topics. Many times on this show, I've shown you how Chinese authorities treat everyday citizens, like when they pin this elderly man to the ground and take his cart of apples, or when they come to take a share of her produce, or all of their produce, or when they just start randomly smashing mahjong tables. Okay, that cop has some real anger issues. I'm only going to show you that much. Any more on YouTube would probably demonetize or even age restrict this video. Beijing isn't the only group involved in guiding public opinion. Anyway, some of China's positive energy police videos are just weird. Like this boy who lets go of his father's hand so he can hold a police officer's hand instead. Or this girl who is performing a dance for the authorities as a thank you for keeping her safe during the COVID lockdown. Yep, authorities are keeping people safe by nailing bars over their apartment doors so they can't leave. Now, if you're thinking, I wonder if some of these positive energy videos are staged, well, do I have something to show you? Lights, camera, action! Help the old man across the street. Okay, push the car and cut. Remember your roles. You're here to keep the streets clean. Great work, everyone. Take 5. Stand up, stretch your legs. Now, as a video creator myself, I know it's not easy to always get the best shot. Like, sometimes you need a video of police rescuing flood victims, but there's not enough rain. But with a little creativity, you can make it work. Might as well shoot a video of hardworking public servants sweeping up during a typhoon. And by typhoon, I mean fire hose. Sometimes these slip-ups make it hard to understand what's actually going on in the minds of Chinese police. It's like they know what the right thing to do looks like, but they still insist on faking it. Now, if you're wondering what Chinese officials do when these videos and photos get leaked online, they just slap a fat watermark that says, fake, reposting prohibited. Easy peasy. Now I understand the Chinese Communist Party's perspective. They want to provide boundless spiritual energy to those who are struggling. For instance, after the devastating floods last month, there was a trend of videos that showed troops being sent from neighboring villages to assist in relief in flood-stricken areas. Locals would chase these vehicles and toss them boxes of food and supplies to support the soldiers. But you can see a slip-up in this video, where an unsuccessful throw reveals the box of supplies is nearly empty. That one didn't make the final cut. This video is supposed to show healthcare workers lying down on the sidewalk, exhausted from treating COVID patients nonstop. But you can hear one of the healthcare workers tell another to change her position because they can't all be in the same position or it would look suspicious. She's clearly not too exhausted to move. One of the worst things about making all these positive energy videos is that they're wasting the time of people who could actually be trying to solve whatever problem they're pretending to solve. I mean, I get it. It's hard to always be positive. I'm sure the actual work of being a policeman is hard in any country, and there are also problems within the ranks of police in any country. But in China, the Chinese Communist Party doesn't try to reform the police by cracking down on their bad behavior. Instead, they just create propaganda videos to make the police look good. They want citizens to think the police can't be that bad because they clearly do some good, and that logic seems to work. And all this only touches on one of the many ways the Chinese Communist Party uses propaganda. Propaganda workers are also responsible for spending money to improve the party's image abroad. They're even building their influence on foreign social media like Twitter and Facebook, which are both banned in China. I just hope people in the West don't fall for it, or we'll end up living in a world of Xi Jinping thought. And now it's time for me to answer a question from one of you, a fan who supports China Uncensored by contributing through the crowdfunding website Patreon. Carbide149 asks, are there any competitors to Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, or JP Morgan that are avoiding investment in China? Good question. Unfortunately, all the big financial companies invest in China. It's taken as a given that China is too big to ignore. Too big to ignore. And did I mention too big to ignore? And even if one didn't want to invest in China, it's almost impossible not to, because all the big market indexes, like MSCI, give heavy weight to Chinese stocks. I only know about one index that doesn't. It's called the Freedom 100 Emerging Markets Index. It includes investment in companies around the world, but weighted by their country's freedom, not just by market size and growth rates. And it doesn't include China at all. Their logic is that free markets grow more sustainably, use capital more efficiently, and recover from crises faster. So long-term, free countries are better investments. There's also an ETF based on the Freedom 100 Index. Last year, we did a podcast with the founder of the Freedom 100 Index, Perth Toll. The link is below. Thanks for your question and your support, Carbide149. And a big thank you to everyone else who supports China Uncensored on Patreon. We could not do this show without your direct support. If you're interested in supporting us, head over to patreon.com/China Uncensored. You'll get a bunch of cool perks, including the chance to have me answer your question on the show. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. Thanks for watching China Uncensored.
Cut.
Thank gosh.